If you're a man over 60 dealing with frequent nighttime bathroom trips, weak urine flow, or that uncomfortable feeling of incomplete emptying, then this video could transform your prostate health and give you back your quality of life. I want to tell you about Robert, a 68-year-old retired firefighter who came to my office completely frustrated. He was getting up 6 times every night to urinate, but each time only a small amount would come out. Robert's sleep was destroyed, his energy was gone, and he was avoiding social activities because he was constantly worried about finding a bathroom. He had been told by other doctors that prostate enlargement was just part of getting older, and that medication or surgery were his only options. That's when I introduced Robert to what I call the Natural Prostate Optimization Protocol. 5 specific strategies that can reduce prostate inflammation, improve urinary flow, and restore normal function without harsh medications or invasive procedures. Today, 8 months later, Robert sleeps through the night most nights, his urine flow is strong, and he's back to hiking with his buddies every weekend. The secret isn't accepting prostate problems as inevitable or relying solely on pharmaceutical solutions. It's about understanding what your prostate needs to function optimally and giving your body the right support at the right time. Why prostate problems aren't inevitable after 60. Before we dive into the 5 natural prostate optimization strategies, I need to share something crucial that most doctors never explain to their patients. Prostate enlargement, while common, is not an inevitable part of aging. It's primarily the result of hormonal imbalances, chronic inflammation, and lifestyle factors that can be addressed naturally. The pharmaceutical industry makes billions of dollars selling prostate medications that often come with serious side effects like sexual dysfunction, dizziness, and fatigue. But what they don't want you to know is that many men can dramatically improve their prostate health through natural means, often avoiding medication entirely. Your prostate is a walnut-sized gland that surrounds your urethra just below your bladder. When it's healthy, it produces important fluids and doesn't interfere with urination. But when it becomes inflamed or enlarged, it can squeeze the urethra like a clamp around a garden hose, causing all the urinary symptoms that disrupt your life. The medical establishment often treats prostate enlargement as a mechanical problem that requires drugs or surgery, but I've seen 80-year-olds with better prostate function than 50-year-olds. And the difference always comes down to understanding and addressing the root causes naturally. Prostate optimization strategy. Number 1, the anti-inflammatory nutrition protocol. The first strategy that can transform your prostate health is eliminating inflammatory foods and incorporating powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that specifically target prostate tissue. Chronic inflammation is the primary driver of prostate enlargement and dysfunction in senior men. Let me tell you about Thomas, a 72-year-old retired accountant who had been struggling with prostate symptoms for over 5 years. His PSA levels were elevated, his urine flow was weak, and he was taking medication that made him feel dizzy and fatigued. Thomas loved his daily coffee with donuts, ate red meat several times a week, and had a beer or two most evenings. I worked with Thomas to completely overhaul his nutrition approach. We eliminated refined sugars, processed foods, and excessive red meat, all of which promote inflammation in prostate tissue. We added specific anti-inflammatory foods like tomatoes, rich in lycopene, green tea with powerful polyphenols, and omega-3 rich fish like salmon and sardines. The transformation was remarkable. Within 6 weeks, Thomas noticed his nighttime bathroom trips had decreased from 4 to 5 times per night to just once or twice. Within 3 months, his urine flow had improved dramatically, and his energy levels were higher than they'd been in years. Thomas's PSA levels also decreased by nearly 40%. Thomas now calls his anti-inflammatory diet his prostate insurance policy. He says that changing what he ate was the single most impactful thing he's ever done for his health. The science behind anti-inflammatory nutrition for prostate health. Here's what happens in your body when you eliminate inflammatory foods and add anti-inflammatory compounds. Refined sugars and processed foods trigger the release of inflammatory molecules called cytokines, which directly irritate prostate tissue and promote enlargement. Lycopene, found in tomatoes and tomato products, accumulates specifically in prostate tissue and has been shown to reduce inflammation and slow prostate growth. Men who consume lycopene regularly have up to 35% lower rates of prostate enlargement. Green tea contains compounds called catechins that inhibit the enzyme 5-alpha reductase, which converts testosterone to DHT. DHT is the hormone primarily responsible for prostate enlargement, so reducing its production naturally shrinks enlarged prostate tissue. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish reduce systemic inflammation and help balance the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio that's often severely imbalanced in the standard American diet. This rebalancing has profound effects on prostate inflammation. The key foods to eliminate include refined sugars, processed meats, excessive red meat, fried foods, and excessive alcohol. The key foods to add include tomatoes and tomato sauce, green tea, fatty fish, pumpkin seeds, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli. Prostate optimization. Strategy number 2, the hormone balance restoration method. The second crucial strategy is naturally rebalancing the hormones that directly affect prostate size and function. As men age, testosterone levels decline, while estrogen levels often increase, creating a hormonal environment that promotes prostate enlargement. I had a patient named David, 65 years old, who was dealing with severe prostate symptoms despite being otherwise healthy. David exercised regularly and ate reasonably well, but his hormone levels were completely out of balance. His testosterone was low, his estrogen was elevated, and his DHT levels were through the roof. David was skeptical when I explained that we could rebalance his hormones naturally without testosterone replacement therapy. But David was willing to try the natural approach before considering more aggressive interventions. I put David on what I call the hormone optimization protocol. This included specific compounds like saw palmetto to block DHT production, zinc to support healthy testosterone levels, and natural aromatase inhibitors to prevent testosterone from converting to estrogen. The results were impressive. Within 2 months, David's nighttime urination decreased significantly. Within 4 months, his urine flow had improved dramatically, and he reported feeling more energetic and mentally sharp. David's follow-up hormone test showed substantial improvements in his testosterone to estrogen ratio and significantly lower DHT levels. David now tells everyone that balancing his hormones naturally gave him back his masculine vitality and solved his prostate problems without any medications. Why hormone balance is critical for senior prostate health. The hormonal changes that occur as men age create the perfect storm for prostate problems. Testosterone levels decline by about 1 to 2% per year after age 30. But the real problem isn't just low testosterone. It's the ratio of different hormones. As testosterone declines, the enzyme aromatase becomes more active, converting remaining testosterone into estrogen. This leads to a situation where men have low testosterone and relatively high estrogen, a combination that promotes prostate enlargement. Additionally, the enzyme 5-alpha reductase becomes more active with age, converting more of the available testosterone into DHT. DHT is 5 times more potent than testosterone at stimulating prostate growth. So even small increases in DHT can cause significant prostate enlargement. Saw palmetto works by inhibiting 5-alpha reductase, reducing DHT production naturally. Studies show it can be as effective as prescription medications like finasteride, but without the sexual side effects. Zinc is essential for healthy testosterone production and also helps inhibit the conversion of testosterone to DHT. Most senior men are deficient in zinc, which contributes to their hormone imbalances. Natural aromatase inhibitors like chrysin and grapeseed extract help prevent testosterone from being converted to estrogen, maintaining a healthier hormone balance. Prostate optimization strategy. Number 3, the circulation and detoxification enhancement system. The third strategy focuses on improving blood flow to the prostate and enhancing your body's ability to eliminate toxins that accumulate in prostate tissue. Poor circulation and toxic buildup are major contributors to prostate dysfunction that are often overlooked. Let me share the story of Harold, a 74-year-old retired construction worker who had been dealing with prostate problems for over 8 years. Harold had tried medications, supplements, and even considered surgery, but nothing provided lasting relief. His symptoms were getting progressively worse despite everything he tried. When I evaluated Harold, I discovered that his circulation was extremely poor due to years of smoking and a sedentary lifestyle since retirement. His body was also struggling to eliminate toxins effectively, leading to an accumulation of inflammatory compounds in his prostate tissue. I worked with Harold to implement a comprehensive circulation and detoxification protocol. This included specific exercises to improve pelvic blood flow, dry saunas to enhance detoxification through sweating, and targeted supplements to support liver function and toxin elimination. The improvement in Harold's symptoms was dramatic. Within 1 month, Harold noticed that his urine flow was stronger and more consistent. Within 3 months, his nighttime bathroom trips had decreased by more than half, and the uncomfortable pressure he'd been feeling in his pelvis was almost completely gone. Harold is now 77 and has better prostate function than he had in his 60s. He credits the circulation and detoxification approach with giving him back his comfort and confidence. The powerful connection between circulation, detoxification, and prostate health. Your prostate needs adequate blood flow to receive nutrients and oxygen while removing waste products and inflammatory compounds. Poor circulation leads to a buildup of toxins that directly irritate prostate tissue and promote enlargement. Many senior men have compromised circulation due to cardiovascular disease, diabetes, or simply years of sedentary lifestyle. This reduced blood flow affects the prostate just as much as it affects other organs. Specific exercises that improve pelvic circulation include Kegel exercises, deep squats, and walking. These activities increase blood flow to the entire pelvic region, including the prostate. Detoxification support is equally important. Your liver is responsible for breaking down hormones and eliminating toxins, but liver function often declines with age. Supporting liver function with compounds like milk thistle and N-acetylcysteine helps your body eliminate the toxins that contribute to prostate inflammation. Sauna therapy has been shown to improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and support detoxification through increased sweating. Regular sauna use can significantly improve prostate symptoms in senior men. Prostate optimization. Strategy number 4, the stress reduction and sleep optimization approach. The fourth strategy addresses 2 interconnected factors that profoundly impact prostate health: chronic stress and poor sleep quality. Most men don't realize how much stress and sleep problems contribute to prostate dysfunction. I'll never forget working with William, a 69-year-old retired executive who had been dealing with worsening prostate symptoms for 3 years. William had tried multiple medications and supplements with minimal improvement. His stress levels were through the roof due to family financial problems, and he was only sleeping 3 to 4 hours per night. William was skeptical when I explained that his stress and sleep problems were likely major contributors to his prostate issues. He thought prostate problems were purely physical and couldn't understand how stress could affect a gland. I taught William about the connection between chronic stress, poor sleep, and prostate inflammation. Chronic stress elevates cortisol levels, which promotes inflammation throughout the body, including the prostate. Poor sleep prevents the body from repairing and regenerating prostate tissue. We implemented a comprehensive stress reduction and sleep optimization plan for William. This included daily meditation, regular exercise, stress management techniques, and a complete sleep hygiene overhaul. The results were remarkable. As William's stress levels decreased and his sleep quality improved, his prostate symptoms began to resolve. Within 2 months, his nighttime urination had decreased significantly. Within 4 months, his daytime urgency and frequency had improved dramatically. William now sleeps 7 hours per night consistently and has developed effective stress management skills. He says that addressing his stress and sleep was the missing piece of his prostate health puzzle. The scientific connection between stress, sleep, and prostate function. Chronic stress triggers the release of inflammatory chemicals that directly affect prostate tissue. Cortisol, the primary stress hormone, promotes inflammation and can worsen prostate enlargement and dysfunction. Stress also affects hormone balance, typically lowering testosterone while increasing estrogen and cortisol. This hormonal shift creates an environment that promotes prostate problems. Poor sleep quality prevents the body from entering the deep restorative stages of sleep where tissue repair and hormone regulation occur. Men who sleep less than 6 hours per night have significantly higher rates of prostate problems. During deep sleep, your body produces growth hormone and other compounds that help repair and regenerate tissues, including prostate tissue. Without adequate deep sleep, the prostate cannot maintain optimal function. Stress reduction techniques like meditation, deep breathing, and regular exercise help lower cortisol levels and reduce systemic inflammation. Even simple stress reduction practices can have profound effects on prostate health. Sleep optimization involves creating the ideal sleep environment, maintaining consistent sleep and wake times, and avoiding factors that disrupt sleep quality. Quality sleep is essential for prostate healing and maintenance. Prostate optimization strategy. Number 5, the targeted natural supplement protocol. The fifth and final strategy involves using specific natural compounds that have been scientifically proven to support prostate health and function. While diet and lifestyle are foundational, targeted supplementation can accelerate improvements and provide additional protection. Let me tell you about George, a 71-year-old retired teacher who had been dealing with prostate enlargement for over 6 years. George had implemented diet changes and lifestyle improvements with moderate success, but he was still experiencing significant symptoms that affected his quality of life. George was hesitant about supplements because he'd tried many over the years with disappointing results. He'd become skeptical of natural approaches and was considering prescription medications despite concerns about side effects. I explained to George that not all prostate supplements are created equal and that specific compounds in the right doses could make a dramatic difference. I put together a targeted supplement protocol based on the most current research and George's specific needs. The protocol included high-quality saw palmetto extract, beta-sitosterol, quercetin, and several other compounds that work synergistically to support prostate function. Within 6 weeks, George noticed significant improvements in his symptoms. Within 3 months, George's nighttime urination had decreased from 4 times per night to just once. His urine flow had improved dramatically, and the uncomfortable pressure he'd been experiencing was almost completely resolved. George is now 74 and maintains excellent prostate health with his combination of lifestyle optimization and targeted supplementation. He says the right supplements were the key to finally achieving the results he'd been seeking for years. The science behind effective prostate supplementation. Saw palmetto is the most researched natural compound for prostate health. It works by inhibiting 5-alpha reductase, the enzyme that converts testosterone to DHT. High-quality saw palmetto extract can reduce prostate size and improve urinary symptoms in most men. Beta-sitosterol is a plant compound that helps improve urine flow and reduce the feeling of incomplete bladder emptying. Studies show it can improve urinary symptoms by up to 40% in men with enlarged prostates. Quercetin is a powerful anti-inflammatory compound that specifically reduces inflammation in prostate tissue. It's particularly effective for men with chronic prostatitis or inflammatory prostate conditions. Pygeum africanum extract helps reduce prostate inflammation and improves urinary symptoms. It's been used traditionally in Africa for centuries and has strong scientific support for prostate health. Lycopene, pumpkin seed oil, and zinc are additional compounds that support prostate health through various mechanisms, including antioxidant protection, hormone balance, and anti-inflammatory effects. The key to effective supplementation is using high-quality, standardized extracts in therapeutic doses. Many commercial prostate supplements contain inadequate amounts of active compounds or poor quality extracts that provide minimal benefit. How to implement your comprehensive prostate optimization plan. Now let me show you how to put all 5 strategies together into a systematic approach that can transform your prostate health. You don't need to implement everything simultaneously. In fact, gradual implementation is more sustainable and allows you to identify which strategies are most effective for your specific situation. Week 1 through 2, begin with the anti-inflammatory nutrition protocol. Eliminate refined sugars, processed foods, and excessive red meat while adding lycopene-rich tomatoes, green tea, and omega-3 rich fish. This foundation will begin reducing inflammation immediately. Week 3 through 4, add the hormone balance restoration methods. Begin incorporating saw palmetto, zinc supplementation, and natural aromatase inhibitors. This will start addressing the hormonal imbalances that drive prostate enlargement. Week 5 through 6, implement the circulation and detoxification enhancement system. Add pelvic exercises, consider sauna therapy, and support liver function with appropriate compounds. Improved circulation will accelerate all other improvements. Weeks 7 through 8, focus on stress reduction and sleep optimization. Establish regular stress management practices and optimize your sleep environment and habits. Better sleep and lower stress will enhance your body's healing capacity. Week 9 through 10, complete your protocol with targeted natural supplementation. Add any remaining supplements that address your specific symptoms and needs. The combination of all 5 strategies will provide synergistic benefits. The key is consistency and patience. Prostate tissue changes slowly, and meaningful improvements typically take 2 to 3 months of consistent implementation. What to expect? Your prostate health transformation timeline. Let me give you realistic expectations for your prostate improvement journey. Some changes, like reduced inflammation from dietary improvements, can begin within days. Others, like hormonal rebalancing, may take several weeks to months to fully manifest. In the first 2 weeks, you may notice slight improvements in energy and general well-being as inflammation begins to decrease. Some men report minor improvements in urinary symptoms during this time. By the 4th week, most men notice more significant improvements in nighttime urination frequency and urgency. Daytime symptoms may also begin to improve as hormonal balance starts to restore. By the 8th week, substantial improvements in urine flow, reduced nighttime awakening, and decreased urgency are typically evident. Many men report feeling significantly better overall. After 3 months of consistent implementation, most men experience dramatic improvements in all prostate-related symptoms. Some men find their symptoms resolve completely, while others experience substantial improvement that allows them to avoid medications or surgical interventions. Robert, the patient I mentioned at the beginning, started noticing improvements in nighttime urination within the first month. His urine flow began improving by the 2nd month. After 6 months of following the complete protocol, his prostate function was better than it had been in over a decade. The prostate health mistakes that sabotage your recovery. I want to address the common mistakes that can undermine all your prostate optimization efforts. Many men unknowingly engage in behaviors that worsen prostate health, even when they're doing many things right. Inconsistent implementation is the biggest mistake. Prostate health requires sustained lifestyle changes, not short-term interventions. Men who implement strategies sporadically rarely see meaningful improvements. Ignoring hydration is another major error. Proper hydration is essential for healthy urinary function and prostate health. Many men reduce their fluid intake to minimize bathroom trips, but this actually worsens symptoms by concentrating urine and irritating the bladder and prostate. Continuing inflammatory lifestyle habits while adding supplements is counterproductive. You can't out-supplement a poor diet and lifestyle. The foundation must be solid before supplementation can be effective. Focusing only on symptoms rather than root causes leads to temporary improvements at best. True prostate health requires addressing the underlying inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and lifestyle factors that created the problems. Waiting too long to address problems allows them to become more severe and harder to resolve. Early intervention with natural approaches is always more effective than waiting until problems are advanced. Real success stories from my practice. I want to share one more remarkable transformation. Frank was 78 years old when he first came to my office with severe prostate symptoms. He was getting up 7 to 8 times every night, his urine flow was extremely weak, and he was considering surgical intervention because his quality of life had become unacceptable. Frank had been told by multiple doctors that at his age, surgery was his only viable option. He was scheduled for a procedure, but decided to try natural approaches as a last resort before going under the knife. Frank was initially skeptical that natural methods could help someone his age with such severe symptoms. He thought he had waited too long and that the damage was irreversible. but Frank was determined to try everything possible before resorting to surgery. We implemented all 5 prostate optimization strategies gradually and systematically. Frank was incredibly disciplined and consistent with his new lifestyle approaches. The improvements began slowly but accelerated over time. Within 2 months, Frank's nighttime urination had decreased from 7 to 8 times per night to 3 to 4 times. Within 4 months, he was down to 1 to 2 times per night. His urine flow had improved dramatically, and the constant discomfort had resolved. Frank canceled his surgery and is now 81 years old with excellent prostate health. He sleeps through most nights, has strong urine flow, and enjoys activities he thought he'd never be able to do again. Frank tells everyone that implementing natural prostate optimization strategies gave him back his life and his dignity. He wishes he had known about these approaches decades earlier. Your next steps to optimal prostate health. This is why I'm passionate about sharing comprehensive prostate health strategies. Too many senior men accept prostate problems as inevitable when natural solutions can often provide remarkable improvements without the risks and side effects of medications or surgery. Your prostate health is not separate from your overall health. It's intimately connected to your nutrition, hormone balance, circulation, stress levels, and sleep quality. When you address these foundational factors comprehensively, your prostate can function optimally well into your later years. The 5 strategies I've shared with you: anti-inflammatory nutrition, hormone balance restoration, circulation and detoxification enhancement, stress reduction and sleep optimization, and targeted natural supplementation, work synergistically to address the root causes of prostate dysfunction. Remember, you have more control over your prostate health than you might think. Age doesn't have to mean accepting uncomfortable symptoms or depending on medications with serious side effects. With the right approach, you can maintain or restore healthy prostate function naturally. Start this week. Choose one strategy and begin implementing it consistently. Pay attention to how you feel and any changes in your symptoms. Keep a simple log of your nighttime bathroom trips and daytime urinary symptoms to track your progress objectively. Give the process time. Remember, these strategies work by supporting your body's natural healing and balancing mechanisms, not by masking symptoms like medications do. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. Most importantly, don't suffer in silence. Prostate problems are incredibly common and nothing to be embarrassed about. The sooner you address them with natural approaches, the better your results will be. I hope this information empowers you to take control of your prostate health naturally. Remember, it's never too late to start taking better care of yourself, and small changes in your daily habits can lead to dramatic improvements in your comfort and quality of life. Until next time, this is Dr. James Whitaker, reminding you that your best years can still be ahead of you. Take care of your prostate, and it will take care of you.